someone from a local camera crew asked me today, so just want to double check, do you have 1 million followers? I'm like, no. They're like, at least like 500K. And I'm like, nope. They're like 250K. And I'm like doing something as he's asking me. I'm like, no, but I knew what he was getting at. Now, 20 minutes earlier, before I entered this Pojagi workshop with my tour community, I'm on Jeju Island with my tour, hosting my 14th K-drama tour. K-pop and K-drama healing tours is what I do. That's actually my side job. But he had asked me, hey, can we interview you? Are you the influencer that brought these tourists? And influencers, the kind of word that I still kind of fight. And I'm like, but I just said, yes, I brought these tourists. And they're like, great, we want to interview you. I'm like, okay. But then fast forward 20 minutes later through the workshop when they asked me, just double checking, this is all in Korean, do you have 1 million followers? 500K, 250K. Then he walked away and they did not interview me. Now, I knew they wouldn't because of the way they were asking. I am a second generation Korean American, licensed therapist, executive coach, speaker, author. I know what they were getting at. Now, Koreans are all about visuals, how you look, what's on paper. So I knew right away, they're like, oh, well, she doesn't even have any near the following count for us to even interview her. So now that question could have stung deeper. For a second, it irritated me, but it could have really stung if I measured my self-worth with metrics or numbers, which is why I'm sharing this with you. I believe, and I say this firmly, and I've done my own work, that your true influence doesn't lie in follower count, likes, views. It's easy to equate your worth with that. We know that. This is in a digital era. I have Gen Z kids. I know all about it. I'm on social media. But your true influence lies in what, for me, I'll give my example, connecting cultures across the world with my healing tours. Creating community, belongingness that runs so deep that people keep in touch post tours. That, I believe, is true impact, my influence. My influence, I have to admit, doesn't lie in follower count. You cannot measure the influence that I believe I have, that I'm sharing with you. And this is not to boast about that. This is for me to share what I believe in what I'm doing, leaning into my core values as a licensed therapist who started these healing tours, K-drama, BTS healing tours, to bridge my community together and create belongingness. I wanted to transform lives. I want to inspire. Inspiration is my word of the year. Transformation was last year. Belongingness was the year before. And I want to do that. That, my friends, I believe, is true influence, or influence that I hope you would want to create. So again, I get it from a therapist perspective. It's easy to look at the views you get, the likes, and how many followers, and seeing it grow. Yes, but I need to remind you again, your self-worth cannot be measured like that as a statistic or numbers. Measure it by the lives you impact, the lives you change, the conversations you spark, and the friendships you build, and the communities you encourage. So whether you have 100 followers to 100 million, terrific. But I don't want that to lie in that, because of one who does business as a CEO and founder of tour operator that works with influencers, finding just because you have 1 million plus followers doesn't mean you can sell a tour. Does that make sense? It lies in your authentic relationship with your community. So I know folks who have less followers than me that have a rich community that believes in their message and follows them diligently. And that, I believe, is influence. And I'm sharing this with you with my own learnings. And I shared this with my tour community today. Shared it sarcastically because I'm a Korean American, so I totally get it. But also being reflective and contemplative, going, yeah, so they chose not to interview me. That's too bad, because I'm a former reporter, by the way, and I'm a speaker for a living. So I'm a great speaker. And I can promote, I would say, the hell out of South Korea, because that's what I'm doing. Born here, proud to be a Korean American, and that's why I'm hosting these tours. So also the influence I want to say is when I send these tour folks back and they love South Korea even more and watch these K-dramas endearingly even more, going, we were there with Jeannie and friends that they've made for life. That's my influence. And that's today what I am leaning into, and what I want to say, my word of the year, inspiring my community and offering and promoting and providing inspiration. So I want to share that story with you, a little anecdote of how I see today. Again, please do not measure influence by numbers, metrics. We're worth way more than that. Think of the lives you want to change or impact and the ripple effect you want to have. Do you know that you could change one life? That one life could lead to 20. That 20 could lead to 100. And I've seen it. I've seen it from myself, my own influence, and in others.